YouTube? So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I'm going to prepare a meal for $14 for my family of 8 guys. All right. And so I'm just going to now show you all the ingredients that I picked up for $14. So what's on the menu? It's going to be something called beef hash. All right. Now y'all probably heard of corned beef hash, but I don't have any corned beef, so I'm going to be using ground beef. So we're calling it beef hash. All right. And so yeah, we're going to prepare this meal. It was 14 bucks. And so yeah, let's get started. All right, guys, so let me just share with you guys what we bought. So here goes the lean ground beef I got from Walmart. That was $8. And here goes these big bag of potatoes that I purchased. They were $6. I pretty much just pulled out the amount of potatoes that I would need. And I would say this is about a good 25 pieces of potatoes. And then here we have some garlic. And I was thinking about using the carrot, but then I changed my mind. So we have onions there. I'm using 2 medium-sized onions, and these are the seasonings that I'm going to be using to season up that ground beef that y'all see right here. So yeah, I'm just, mashing up this ground beef, but later on, guys, I want my ground beef more finely chopped, and we're going to be using the blender to do that. So this is the ground beef, and the ground beef is pretty much, it's cooked, it's well done. And so as you guys can see, it's not coarse enough, so we're going to add it to the blender. All right, and so these are the chopped garlic, the chopped onions that we'll be adding, and these are the potatoes that I diced up that we're going to be searing up later on. So we're going to go ahead and start to blend up this ground beef. I like my ground beef finely grinded up, and that's why I use the Ninja to just, blend it just a little bit. And I put it on, the high speed. And here, what I'm doing basically is just getting all the ground beef from the bottom of the blender. And I'm just going to blend it just one more time, guys. And so that's what we're doing right here. So we're just going to blend it one more time to make sure it's finely chopped. And we're done. So yeah, guys, you guys could use like the extra ground beef for like tacos, for nachos, for all types of things, even spaghetti. But that's what I ended up doing. I had a lot of leftover ground beef. I thought that I would have to use the entire thing, but a little goes a long way, guys. And even the amount that I put inside of the potatoes, it went a long way. But here you guys can see it's finely chopped. That's the consistency I wanted. And so now here we have those potatoes, and I am searing those potatoes, onions, and garlic up. And I had to end up using 2 skillets because that first skillet was too small. And so yeah, we're just searing up everything. And now here, I want these potatoes to be like nicely brown, a little bit crispy, but at the same time soft. And so that's what we're doing. And to get that consistency, guys, I sear up these potatoes slowly. Like it's not a rush thing. I sear it up slowly. And here is the seasonings that you guys saw at the beginning of the video. I pretty much just mixed all those seasoning up. And when I tell y'all those seasoning, it smells so nice, especially that smoked paprika. It smelled really, really good. And it's like the perfect seasoning blend for potatoes, really for anything. So yeah, guys, again, I'm just, like I say, slowly searing up these potatoes so I can get that consistency that I'm looking for. Again, I'm looking for a crispy consistency. At the same time, I want my potatoes to be really soft. And so now I'm just transferring the potatoes in the bigger pan because now the potatoes has condensed down a bit. And so yeah, we're just going to continue to sear it up. I really love cheap, inexpensive recipes like this, guys. It's really filling as well. Initially, I really wanted like steak and potatoes. I was thinking to myself, it would be really nice if I could just get, some nice steaks and then, do it that way. But because I didn't have the money to get steaks, the alternative is ground beef. And as you guys could see, that's the reason why I made this video, to show you guys how you could still make a really nice meal for a reasonable price. I literally paid $8 for the lean ground beef and then $6 for that really, really big bag of potatoes. I wish I would have just showed you guys the big bag of potatoes before I actually pulled them from the bag, but that was like the best deal I've seen in a long time. A really huge big bag of potatoes at Walmart for like $6. And those potatoes are gonna they're gonna last us a very long time, and there's so many different recipes you could do with potatoes. So yeah, so we're just gonna get back into the video. As you guys can see, I am slowly letting these potatoes sear up, and they're getting softer and softer. At the same time, they're getting really nice and crispy. And so to add more flavor to these potatoes, what I'm going to do next, guys, I purchased some concentrated beef bouillon broth. And so that's what I'm doing right now, guys. I am literally just adding some of that concentrated beef broth to these potatoes. Like I say, it's going to add more flavor, and it's going to make those potatoes much softer. So yeah, you guys see that I'm tossing. I keep tossing and tossing, and I'm making sure that the potatoes don't burn at the bottom. This particular recipe, you definitely have to stand in front of the pot. You can't leave the pot, because they'll the potatoes will end up burning at the bottom. And so now I'm adding that special seasoning blend that you guys saw initially at the beginning of the video. And that's what it looks like up close, guys. That seasoning was everything. Doesn't that look really nice? And so, yeah, we're just going to toss all of those seasoning in. The flavors are nice. Guys, I didn't really have to add salt to this particular dish, because the seasoning that I added, it already had salt in it. But yeah, like the flavors were everything. I loved it. And so at this point, the potatoes were done, but I covered the potatoes for about 5 minutes, let it sear up. And then afterwards, I added the ground beef that you guys see right here. So we're just going to finish adding that ground beef, and then we're just going to mix everything together because it's pretty much done at this point. And so at the end, I'm just going to add one of my favorite seasonings, the chimichurri seasoning. As I told you guys many times in some of my videos, I love to use the chimichurri seasoning for, like, Italian dishes, pretty much everything. You can use this seasoning on everything, and it's done. So I'm just going to do a plating for you guys, just so that you can see how it look. Easy, cheap meal, easy to make. It's very, very filling. My kids tried this. My oldest son actually was the first one to try it, because my younger kids weren't home yet. So this is my 14-year-old plate, and he tried it. He loved it. Now, this is optional. You can add whatever sauce you want, or you could just eat it plain. My kids loved it. Leave in the comments and let us know what you think.